All right, what's going on, guys? It's Luke here. We had two trades today. We had a break even, and then we had a really small win. Here are the executions. So here are the executions on this one. Then Alpha Trader was bugging out. I couldn't get the execution on the second one. I don't know, but here's a P&L. I literally just went for a winning day. But yeah, it wasn't anything great. This was more of it was definitely a riskier setup, but I was willing to take it for a winning day. After about 10 a.m., I decided to just hop off my main accounts because I figured delivery was pretty bad. So I just went for the winning day. We do secure something though. It's like, so that's fine. It's still progress. But coming into the day today, I was personally, it was hard to say on a bias. 4 hour was still bullish, obviously. We were in a retrace, but basically, I just wanted to use our conditions to our advantage. That was it. So we had this 30-minute bullish right here, and then above we had this 30-minute bearish. We had this hourly bearish. So I kind of wanted to just see if we manipulated lower, look for longs back towards these unmitigated gaps. If we trade into these unmitigated gaps, we could potentially look for shorts back lower if this gap is still unmitigated at the time of market open. Just kind of was waiting to see if we break this gap, we'd look for longs. It was more of a day where you just play the conditions. So market opens up, and initially we end up, where was market open? Right here. We're in this clear accumulation. So at this point we did tap into this 30-minute, but it was a very quick tap. Like it was by like half a point. So I'm thinking this could easily get reswept. So I'm looking at this basically as unmitigated at this point, and I'm kind of just waiting for price to manipulate one way, and I'm looking to see if I could catch this Judas swing. So we accumulate here, we manipulate into the 30-minute right here. But at this point, when we start moving down, what do I see? I see a lack of low resistance liquidity. All we have is this low right here, and then our main draw over here. So I want to see at this point, low resistance liquidity get generated. I want to see a stop hunt, and then I want to see price deliver down, which is what ends up happening, but I just missed the entry. So as you can see right here, more low resistance liquidity. So we come down, we come up. I'm waiting for a stop hunt. I'm waiting for more failure swings down here. As you can see, we failed to take out the low. We failed to take out the low. We failed to take out the low. So now we have more low resistance liquidity. At this point, I'm waiting for a stop hunt, and I'm waiting to take something to the downside. We end up getting that. We end up getting this 30-second CISD. I was waiting for the candle to close, didn't get a chance to enter, and this ends up just flushing down. This would have been a great trade. If you took this, I think this is solid. You could have taken the 1-to-1. You could have targeted CE of that gap. It's really up to you, but this was a great trade. Again, I don't want to look here until we generate more sell side. So as you can see, we generate more sell side right here. We come up, we get the stop hunt, and then boom, price ends up running. I think this is a solid trade. Now from there, we tap into this 30-minute. ES was in a 30-minute at this point. Now, again, why do I not want to look for longs right here? A lot of people right here would probably be seeing this and they're like, okay, if this inverses, whatever, we're going to be looking for longs. Now, why do I not want to? Because there's a lack of low resistance liquidity, and we're targeting this high in this gap. So I want to see basically price put in a failure swing. I want to see low resistance liquidity get generated, a stop hunt, and then I want to see price go higher, which again is what ends up happening. I just take a little bit of a later entry. So as you can see, we generate more low resistance right here, and we get the stop hunt. This should have been my entry right here, but I was waiting for 945. So since we were already in the key level, in this case, our key level being the 30-minute, I already seen accumulation manipulation. I want this 30-minute to distribute as higher, but I wanted to wait for 945 to kind of be like the driver. I wanted to see the candle closure, and I wanted to see if we could close above these bodies right here. So I think this was a great entry. Again, you do get a stop hunt right here. The only reason, again, I didn't really enter here was because looking at ES was moving a bit funny here. I'm not gonna lie, it did put in this rejection wick, but I was just like, I don't know. I kind of wanted to wait for 945, see if the volume would kick in really good, and then I want to see price distribute higher. Once again, prior to 945, we've already manipulated into the key level, so I don't need to see another stop hunt. We've already had the stop hunt. I expect 945 to just distribute us higher. So I ended up getting in on this candle right here. No, it was this candle. I think it was 946. We get this candle closure above these bodies over here. I literally was just like, okay, I'm going to go for a 1-to-1 and target this high. Again, it's not a great trade. It was a bit more discretionary because looking at ES was in some pretty bad chop. So it was not great looking at ES. But again, I see us delivering off of a 30-minute. I'm expecting 945 to distribute us higher. We have a CISD. We had a stop hunt. And we have now kind of like more low resistance, at least a target. We're not just targeting this high. We also have this in between. So price ends up flushing up here. I end up running break even as soon as I think we got a 30-second close. And I'm like, okay, there's no reason for us to, slow down at this point. We're heading into 950. I'd rather just play it safe and go break even. So I went break even there, expecting price to flush. We do get break even. And then price does end up pushing higher, and it's obviously valid. But it is what it is. It's not really a big deal. I didn't really mind taking the break even there. Again, if I did get a better entry on this candle right here, this would have smacked the 1-to-1, but it is what it is. It's not really a big deal. But again, we're delivering off a key level. We got a stop hunt. We have more generated low resistance here. I took this entry here expecting 945 to just distribute us higher because again, once again, we were already in the key level. There was no need for another manipulation. So I thought this was good though. If you did hold through this, I really think it's great. Stop loss would have been better at the low, but hey, it is what it is. I don't really mind taking that break even. So from there, price ends up flushing up, and at this point, we're pretty bullish, but we end up projecting off this 1 hour gap. Now, from this 1 hour gap, I didn't want to force shorts. I kind of wanted to see what would happen if we wanted to, maybe rebalance into this 5 minute and then see what we wanted to do from there. So we do end up tapping into this 5 minute bullish gap right here, and we get a 2 minute 2 minute right here. At this point, we've already manipulated lower. I'm expecting 1030 to distribute us higher. I did see this right here. I thought about taking this. The only reason I didn't, I do think mechanically this is right, but again, you are targeting a high again in a gap. It's kind of the same thing. You do have low resistance here. If you do look on the 1 minute, I guess you have low resistance leading up, so I don't mind this as much. The only thing I didn't like was how high up in premium ES was. So if we did play this where ES, takes out London high and you go break even, which I'm pretty sure you would have gone break even when ES took out yeah, you would have probably gone break even when ES took out London or something like that. I don't know. Maybe you lost on that or you got break even, but the idea mechanically off the 5 minute was valid. I just don't like where you're targeting, and I don't like how high up in premium ES is. Now from there, I end up taking this other short here for a winning day. Again, much more like this wasn't like a clean setup or anything, but I was willing to take it so you could see we were rejecting off this 1 hour gap. We do end up getting an SMT here. We can see ES takes out these highs and takes out London, and then NQ fails to take off the highs. And at this point, I'm looking here. I see us get this 30-second with nice displacement. We get a 30-second inversion. What do I see? Low resistance below. So I'm willing to take this again. Again, stop at the high right there. And I just took this again for the 1-to-1. It was like, I think I got exited like maybe right there, 849 or 850. So that was it. Took that one. S&T with a 30-second inversion. Again, much more discretionary, but this does end up playing out, so I don't really mind it. And obviously, if I did hold through, we get more low resistance generated, and then we end up dumping at 11 or just before 11 a.m. So again, trade number one, again, we're delivering. Our first idea I really like was this short right here. We tap into the 30-minute, you get the 30-second CISD. I really like this because you have low resistance built up here. Just didn't get in time. From there, we tap into the 30-minute. We wait for low resistance to get built up. We get the stop hunt. We get the 1 minute CISD. Again, I just get break even on that, expecting 945 to distribute us higher. And it does work, just we get break even on the process. So I'm not really mad about it. From there, we tap into the 1 hour. We get this S&T right here. I take this 30-second just to run the low resistance below. And again, just a small in and out play for the 1-to-1, and that's it. So start off the Monday with a nice winning day. Hopefully we do get a good PA the rest of the week. We have CPI this week, so we'll see what happens. But anyway, that's it from you guys. Let me know how you guys did today. Alpha Futures, 40% off. Funded Next, 50% off. Code LukeX, and Top One, best discount available. That's it for me. I'll talk to you guys later. Peace.